Welcome back to Unqualified and Uneducated, where we give you our unqualified and uneducated opinions on all things sports, movies, TV, anime, or anything that's really interesting. Back as always is your boy Robert and Carl. What you doing, bruh?
What's good, bro? Just went through some shit. You know what I'm saying? Trying to prepare for this episode.
Oh, bro, I
We
hear
had,
you.
we had to cut some hitters out here, bro. It's about to be big time today.
This episode is a good one. I was procrastinating up to the minute that we hit record to record this episode. So we know that we've been doing a lot of sports lately, and last episode was a kind of like a normal episode where we talk about different topics. But today we're going to get a little bit into the animation and TV/music aspect of our podcast, and we're ranking our top 10 Disney, top 10 Pixar, and top 5 DreamWorks movies. Now, I know that there's other animation studios that we can get into. We didn't want to get into the Japanese animated movies because that's just the whole nother thing that we don't have enough time for today. But so we're gonna talk about our top 10. Which one do you want to do first, Carl? Disney, Pixar, or DreamWorks?
I mean, maybe we should start with DreamWorks
Okay.
and end on Disney because I feel like I don't know. Maybe I feel like oh damn, I don't know. I think definitely start with DreamWorks though.
Okay.
Because I feel like people are less interested. I don't know, dude. But and start with DreamWorks and then end on Disney.
Okay.
Because Disney seems like where there could be a lot more of a controversy. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah. Yep. So DreamWorks Animation is an American animation studio that is a subsidiary of Universal Pictures, a division of Comcast, through its wholly subsidiary NBC Universal. This is all straight from Wikipedia. They have 36 feature films. So,
Wait a second.
some of their most popular ones are Shrek, Madagascar, Kung Fu Pandas, Monsters vs. Aliens, How to Train Your Dragons, The Croods, Turbo Trolls, and The Boss Baby. So they started out in 1994. Just give you guys a little background story. So let's begin. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to give my top 5?
Maybe I'll go first.
All right.
That's crazy. They have 36 films. That's
36.
That's more than Disney and Pixar
36.
had, and we did 5 for them.
That is crazy. But they have in between now and 2023, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more coming. 7 more coming.
Bruh, it makes sense. So I had to make so many cutthroat decisions on DreamWorks.
Oh yeah, DreamWorks. Okay, so you go ahead.
All right. Okay, here we go. Oh, shit. All right, so my number 5 for DreamWorks is Spirit.
Oh.
That's the one with the horse. You know what I'm talking about? It
Oh.
has the horse, and it's all about the horse escaping with the Indian dude.
Yeah.
I hit my number 5 because Spirit goes hard, bro. I get down with the horses like that. All right, my number 4, the How to Train Your Dragon series, classic, bro.
Okay.
Solid music, and Toothless is a savage.
It's
all right.
the savages.
Number 3, Kung Fu Panda.
Okay.
You gotta I gotta rock with my boy Poe.
Mm-hmm.
That ish just goes hard. Kung Fu Panda goes hard, and yeah, they made hella movie. And I'm not gonna lie, I think I've watched all of them. I don't really remember the third one. I think he went to like Panda Island or some shit. But I still get down with it because Poe eats, bro. He gets down with the buns. My number 2 was, and this is because I've been down with this movie since like I was a young kid. Pretty sure my grandma forced me to watch it initially. It's that classic Prince of Egypt. Bro.
Nice.
That one. Prince of Egypt that's just like, I don't mind. I could watch Prince of Egypt like every single day, I think, and I would still be okay because it has solid music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like some older like animation, but solid music. And my favorite part is when he's like battling with those 2 like wizard dudes.
Oh, with the
You know what I'm
cobras.
talking about with Pharaoh's like, yeah, his with Pharaoh's like yeah, pulpits is what you call them, and
Mm-hmm.
then like it's the snakes, and then
Mm-hmm.
Moses' snake eats his snakes, and I was like, that's so savage, bro.
Yeah, yeah. Moses, he turns his staff into a snake.
Yeah, Moses goes hard, bro. And then my number one, I don't know how many people would agree with this. Is my boy Mega Mind, bro.
Hey.
I get so down with Mega Mind. He goes so hard, dude. I
Okay,
don't.
that's the one where
That
he's
was
a,
just a
a
classic,
villain,
bro.
right? He's a villain, but he wants to be a hero or
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah, he's a villain. Well, he like Megamind is like, yeah, essentially he's a villain, and then like he has his counterpart who's like the Superman of Metropolis,
Mm-hmm.
and then or no, Metrocity, I think is what he calls it. Yeah, Metrocity. I don't even remember, but he says that instead of Metro City. Uh, and then like that superhero just like decides to kill himself off, and then Megamind has like no one to battle with, so then he creates another guy, and they start butting heads, and then that dude just becomes a villain, so then Megamind becomes a hero.
Yep.
But it's just like that shit's just funny. Like there's hella comedy in there, and his little sidekick is like a little fish thing. Oh my goodness, it just Megamind goes hard, dude. Like don't sleep on Megamind. That stuff goes hard, bro.
No, I like it. I rock with your list. I like that list. Okay, so
It's tough, bro.
it's
It was tough.
it's
Shrek got
hard.
his ass cut, bro.
It's hard. Shrek was on my list. Okay, I would say Shrek. You made it, but you wasn't strong enough to hold down the pot. Um, number five for me, and this is a sleeper, and I don't know if this is going to carry over for everyone. I can't remember how successful it was, but Shark Tales was my number five.
No, bro. I'm so down. But I was Shark Tales was like sitting there. I was sitting there like I don't know if I want to put Shark Tales in. Shark Tales goes so hard, bro.
I just remember seeing this one in the theaters. And I thought it was so funny. Will Smith as the fish, and he's got a shark, that one shark that doesn't like to eat, basically a vegetarian shark that doesn't want to eat
Yeah.
fish, and there's like a shark mafia, and they're trying to fake like Will Smith's character is like a hero and strong enough to fight a shark, and like they stage a whole bunch of hijinks, and it was a really good movie, especially the car washing scene where like they had like fish or whales or
Oh yeah.
whatever going into the car wash and they was washing the whales. I thought that was hilarious. Number four for me, I went Kung Fu Panda. For the same reasons as you, as a big dude. You gotta respect those big characters that just want to eat, and it looks good on TV. So I gotta respect the Kung Fu Panda and my boy Jack Black out there doing it big. Number three, this is the one that kicked Shrek off the list. Boss Baby. But Shrek got kicked off the list by Boss Baby. All right,
Rip
so
Shrek.
there's we there's no more birds and the bees in this world, right? The babies are born in a factory, or they're not even born in a factory. They're part of a secret organization that are there to sustain the status quo, in the sense that babies are cute. They like these guys are secret agents that work to ensure that babies will always be cute. And like, for example, they're gonna be more cuter than dogs. And when dogs are starting to become cute, like they made a new dog, then the babies started freaking out and trying to figure out how to make themselves cuter than dogs. I was like, this is crazy, because what if it was really like that? Because at one point we were all a part of that organization, and then it was crazy. It was crazy because like the main character, he finally he was like, when he got to like the house and he tried to like build a team with other babies, they weren't like secret agent babies, they're just regular babies that like were just doing baby stuff, and he was trying to command them, and they was not listening to you. They wasn't listening to him. So I was just like, that was crazy. Mad funny. Number four, I actually agreed right with you. Prince of Egypt, number four. Um, that's
Wait, is it number four or is it number two?
Oh
I
wait,
know
I'm
you're
sorry.
where
I'm
he's
sorry.
going
I'm
here,
sorry.
bro.
I'm sorry. My bad. Number two. Number two. My
Oh, I'm
my
sorry.
bad. I'm tripping.
I
Number
feel it,
two.
bro.
Number two. Prince of Egypt. This was like my mom. We would always complain like, we want to watch more cartoons. We want to watch more cartoons. And my mom would be like, no, you're not watching any cartoons. It's Sunday. You guys need to like read your Bibles and stuff. You guys need to focus on the Lord. But We would be like, what if can we watch Prince of Egypt? It was a cause of pause because she paused, and then she said, you know what? You can watch it. And then once that music started to hit, guess who was sitting right next to us watching that movie with us?
She was in it,
My
bro.
mom's watching it right with us. She knew what it was. She knew what it was. Prince of Egypt, second best for me, my second favorite. And then I just How to Train Your Dragon. That just holds a special spot in my heart, man. Like, come on, man. How to Train Your Dragon is just like a great franchise. The movies, they don't lack. They're always consistent and they're always funny. And they just come up new ways to entertain us with dragons that we've already seen before. So I gotta respect that.
It really is. It's like a cool ass world that they set up where
Yeah.
like they're just like riding unique dragons, and I'm sure they've already made a video game. But if they made like you can make a game where you like sit on this type of dragon that has this power and this and that. It's just like a dope ass world like to be a part of. I think.
Yeah, like imagine if they did like a
It's cool,
Mario
man.
Kart, like a Mario Kart with like How to Train Your Dragons
Oh, I
instead.
know that'd be sick, dude.
Yeah, that'd be a really good game. So we both did a top 5 in DreamWorks, just because
All right, hold on. Before we move on,
hmm
I was gonna say, which movie do you think was just trash tier from DreamWorks?
Oh, I mean, I'm sorry, they got it. Okay, so let me see. Let me look at that list.
I'll start out. The one that I got at trash tier for DreamWorks, the B movie, bruh.
Bro, that's what's with with Seinfeld.
I thought that movie was so doo doo, bro. I think it's because there's a place in my heart where I just really don't like Seinfeld.
Mm-hmm.
So then when I heard his voice in a animated movie, all I seen was his face, and I was like, nah, that's whack, bruh. And then the movie was just like I didn't like it, so I was like, B movie, that's that garbage tier, bruh.
Bro, that's probably the trashiest movie there is out of all 3 categories, because there was at one point where like the bee like fell in love with a human and he was trying to like marry the human or get with the human, or it was something weird like that, and I was just like,
yeah, that was whack.
I was like, this is just stupid. That has to be the worst one. That has to be the worst one.
Yeah, the B movie trash tier for DreamWorks for sure.
Oh yeah, you got that, because I was gonna look at the list and see, but yeah, that is the trashiest one. But it had, let's see, and it cost $150 million to make.
It probably did well just because of like kids and stuff.
I mean, worldwide it grossed $287 million. So I guess it did all right, but like if you compare it to like say like Shrek 3 had a $160 million budget and it made $800 million. How to Train Your Dragon had a $165 million budget and it made there's like 2 categories. It made $750 million. So I mean, yeah, but if you look at movies that had similar budgets, it didn't make as much.
Yeah.
But like you said, even Puss in Boots made more money than that.
That's sad, bro. Puss in Boots, boo boo. I never watched that just because I was like, nah, not worth my time.
That's what I'm saying. I thought watching Puss in Boots, I thought I would just see that scene where he like made that cute cat face, and I thought that was what we were gonna get the whole entire movie. So I didn't watch it either. Okay, so next we have Pixar films, and let me pull up my Pixar Wikipedia to give you guys some background information.
Pixar is where I started. Pixar, and then when we hit Disney, that's when I started to like. I went through looking at those lists, and I was like, I had to make some heartbreaking cuts, bro.
Oh, that's when the sweat. Yeah, that's when the bullets came.
So, yeah, I was like,
So, let me see. Pixar. Yeah, so Pixar Animation, also known as Disney Pixar, or simply Pixar, is an American animation studio based in Emeryville, California. It's a subsidiary of Walt Disney Studios. It's owned by Disney, but the one thing with with Pixar and Disney, the two differences that you can see is the style of animation. So, and this is just off the top of my dome, but like if you remember Pixar, if you think of a Pixar film, is more 3D animation, right? You think of
Yeah.
like Toy Story, it's all computer animated. Toy Story, Monsters Inc. And then when you think of Disney movies, it's more 2D, like Lion King. Um, what else? Pretty much Lion King, Hercules. Those are like cartoonish. You know what I mean? Where Pixar is like a computer. They look more human like. They have more human essence. I guess. So those are that's kind of like the difference. A lot of times Disney and Pixar are teaming up to do things, but in most cases you can usually tell what's a Pixar movie versus what's a Disney movie just based on the
Yeah.
animation. And they have a
And just as hold on, sorry, my bad. I was just gonna say, just as a little disclaimer, when we get into the list, I don't know if you ran into the same thing, but like if I accidentally put one of these Disney Pixar things under Disney or the other way around, like just chill out, bruh.
oh
I
yeah.
Wikipedia'd it,
Mm-hmm.
and those are the lists I'm going off of my
No,
rank.
nothing
So
wrong.
just so they know, like that's what we're going off of.
Hey, there's no reason to be fearful of any wrong facts that are presented on
I
this
know it.
podcast. There's no reason. But last point, they have 21 feature films starting back from 1995 with Toy Story. And I think, which is crazy because the latest movie, the most recent Pixar film that came out, Toy Story 4. So that's crazy that we're doing this right, within that, whatever, that in that thing. So I guess I'll start this one off. Pixar. This was tough for me. Once I got to the bottom of my list, it was tough for me. So I went with number 10 of my list. I went with The Good Dinosaur. And my thing is I'm a huge dinosaur fan. You get me in a room with a TV screen that has dinosaurs playing, you already got me 50% of the way. And then you got this dinosaur squatting up with this little barbaric kid. Like it was just
right,
it was a good time. It was a good time for me, so I had to stick with it. This one is at number 9 on my list, but it could move up. It could move up because I've only watched half of it and I've only started it today. I got number 9. I have Up, and a lot of you might be in an uproar because I know Up it's people. I know people love Up. They love it, and it's not on my list because I haven't watched it till today, and I've seen like the first third of it, and so far it's pretty good. It's pretty good. My boy, old man Carl, man, he's out there. Man, my dude is wild out there. He's wild bugging. I mean, he never said a word to his wife while she was alive, but when she passed away, he's speaking up storms and everything. But it's a good story.
Haymakers, bro.
Oh man, he's wilding out there. Don't touch his mailbox because you're gonna get knocked out. You're talking blood gushing from the temple. So I'm going up for at 9. At 8, I'm getting Wally in there. Wally at 8. I thought for me Wally was good, but it was at the time when it came out. I think I was like I didn't really care for it too much. It was more like a silent movie from what I remember, and except when my boy was like Wally, you know. But I was digging the romance between my boy Wally, the garbage compactor, in the pristine in the pristine robot. Like,
what you guys is evil for, bro? You be gassing Wally's job, bro. That's his profession, my dude.
Hey man, I'm not mad at it. I was like, I rock with it. It gives us all a chance. All of us, it's Wally's out there. He's giving us a reason to like pursue people that's at a perceived higher level. Wally didn't care. He was like, I'm doing this thing with trash, and you got a spaceship and whatnot, but like, and you're doing all these good stuff, but I'm gonna still come after you, ma. Like it ain't nothing. So I respect Wally for that. Number 7, I got A Bug's Life. Now, A Bug's Life is a lot better now than I realized it when I was a kid. My brother broke it down to me the other day, and I think we brought it up on the podcast, where A Bug's Life is like, right. It's talking like, yeah, there's deep, there's like subtle, there's a lot of subtext to A Bug's Life. There's governments, the crickets, where like the ants are the people, and that we can overthrow the government anytime as long as we don't drink the Kool-Aid or fall asleep or anything like that. Or we gotta stay woke. Gotta stay woke. You know what I mean?
Stay woke. That's right. You gotta stay woke.
So number 6. I'm on 6. I got Incredibles at 6. And Incredibles is a great 2-movie franchise. A lot of the reason why I ding Incredibles is because I really liked the first one. And it was good. It was good. But the distance between the first one and the second one, it kind of made me like, it dropped off for me. It dropped off for me. So,
I agree. Like, you can't make us wait however many years. Like, it was double digit.
Yeah.
Right? Like, we had to wait double digit amount of years for a sequel to come out. So then it's just like, you built up so much anticipation. And honestly, like, the second movie wasn't like some amazing thing, So it's just like, bro, you could have busted this out in a couple years. Come on.
That's
bro.
exactly, because like, check this out. Look, like we grew up. We're on different wavelengths. It would have been nice at least to see those characters grow up. They didn't grow up.
Yeah.
It was like that movie took place like 2 days after the last one. And it's like, yo, come on, man.
Did because it started with that fool who came out the damn ground.
Yeah.
That Mole King.
It probably, it happened.
That was the end of Incredibles 1.
So pretty much like it happened right after. Jack was still a baby, man. It made, so like I didn't care for that. Didn't care for that. So, but it's still, the movies that are in my top 10, they're great movies. I don't want to make it seem like I'm hating on them by ranking them, but it's just my favorite ones. So after Incredibles, I think I'm at 6 or 5. I'm at 5, yeah. My 5th favorite movie is Ratatouille. Like,
oh hell yeah, Ratatouille, bro.
Ratatouille. Like that. I've seen that movie a lot. My boy out there making the what did he make at the end? I forgot what that was called.
I think it was called Ratatouille.
It was, huh? I'm dumb.
Yeah, like the dish was Ratatouille.
Yeah, it was Ratatouille. So, what was his name actually? Ratatouille.
Oh, damn! What was his name?
Did he have a name?
He definitely had a name.
I can't remember.
I can't remember, bro.
But
that's crazy.
I love this one because like the visuals with the food was great. The him controlling the human through his hair, that was crazy funny. Good hijinks, good music. It wouldn't have like soundtracky music, but it was like good. It made the music fit the French atmosphere. And then like, so that was a good ride for me. And speaking of good rides, my next favorite is Cars, man. Life is a Highway. Lightning McQueen, baby. That's it. I haven't got. Keep on going, Carl. Hit that. Hit that. I don't gotta say no more. All I gotta say is life is a highway, and you should get it. Like that movie was great. Lightning McQueen, that's the guy. Ka-chow, baby. I'm not defending it at all. It is what it is. Number three for me was Monsters Inc.
Ooh.
Monsters Inc.
Wait, so that's like Monsters Inc. Plus Monsters University combo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah. Before, and we I don't know if we mentioned this earlier. We might have, but we're going not just movies, but like that entire franchise we're putting in that. And I think you only have to do that with Pixar movies because I don't think any of the Disney movies have a franchise per se.
I mean, like there was like Lion King
2. Oh yeah.
1.5 or Lion King 2,
yeah.
but like I'm really on Disney. I was really just thinking about the initial movie. Where on Pixar, it like some of them do kind of play in.
And that's the reason why Incredibles gets dinged. But yeah, so like I'm taking that whole like moving from like that one to like Monsters Inc. University because it gives you some more context. It's not set in the same like that, like right. It's not set. There's growth, or there shows you there was growth in the beginning. Like there's like you know there's it's just not set in that one time. So I really enjoyed that with Monsters Inc. It was a huge one. Mike Wazowski, that's my guy.
Mike Wazowski,
Yeah, Mike
bro.
Wazowski. You gotta love him. You got Sal. Those are the boys, man. Those are the boys. And then it's still, one thing I had to say about this movie is growing up, I was always afraid of like, monsters in the closet, right?
That's real.
And I'm not gonna lie, this movie it didn't help it. It really didn't help it. It did not help that fear. But I want to say that as a 26-year-old man, I still got issues with that. I still got issues. So it is what it is. I'm just gonna hopefully one day I can grow. Number 2, Finding Nemo. You gotta Finding Nemo at number 2. Clownfish all day, and this is also, I think, right, Carl? We talked about it. This you add in Finding Dory with this.
For sure. Yeah.
So this is a part of it. And we, so yeah, I love Finding Nemo. The turtles were my guys. Those were my favorite ones. Once Nemo's dad, what was it, Marlin? I think his name was Marlin.
Yeah.
Once Marlin and Dory got to the turtle group, like I was like, yo, that's so cool with the turtles jumping in and out of the tide or the currents, and then I thought it was super. It was just overall, it was a good movie, and it worked well together, just start to beginning.
Yeah, that for sure. Finding Nemo, Finding Dory is probably the best like pair of like sequel movies in all of the like animated films to me.
Yeah,
because like what I'm saying is like Kung Fu Panda 1 was awesome, but then like 2 and 3 is just like, they were pretty good, and it's like the same with all the other ones.
Yeah.
But with Finding Nemo and Finding Dory, those were just freaking. Those both hit like super hard. They hit just like sick movies.
No, I agree. And yeah, that's because there's a sense of with some movies sometimes you've seen the sequels are just money grabs. There's nothing new.
Yeah, for sure.
They're just like, hey, we got this movie franchise that people like. Let's just make another movie and call it a day. So I didn't feel that way with Finding Dory.
That's the reason why I slashed Shrek out of my DreamWorks top 5, because they played that crap out so much. They had like Shrek 17, they had like Christmas Shrek.
They did too much.
I was just like Halloween Shrek. I was just over it, bro.
They
like, get Shrek out of my face, bro.
They did too much.
He's a freaking ogre, dude.
They did too much. And last but not least, you already know this, and they followed the same thing with Finding Dory as far as creating good sequels, given the fact that they have 4 of them now. Toy Story.
Wait, coming in number 1.
Number 1, I gotta go with Toy Story. You gotta, To Infinity and Beyond, Reach for the Stars. That, I mean, Toy Story was just great. Toy Story, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Toy Story holds a spot in my heart because Toy Story 3, the third one, when Andy goes to college, was in 2010. Exactly what
that one hurt the soul.
It hurt the soul. But that's the thing. But check this out. When he goes off to college, is the same year that I go off to college. So.
Oh, that's real. Dude.
Yeah, so it was like me and like my whole class that we all saw that and we were like texting each other. It was like, yo, like he's gone. He's like, and he's going to school right when we're going off to college too. So it hit us. That hit everyone, and like I had to hit every person that graduated.
You're the same age as Andy.
That's what I'm saying. That hit. I didn't know that. That wasn't something I knew growing up. So when I saw 3. I was like, yo, Andy and I are like the same age. That is crazy. So you're saying I can go play with Woody and Buzz and be like, I can feel cool. I can feel normal. Like, all right. So that's Toy Story is the best one or my favorite because of that sentimental value. I mean, Tom Hanks is Woody. Tim Allen as Buzz Lightyear.
Tom Hanks is a god.
Tom Hanks is the boy. Like, come on, man. You can't beat that. You can't beat it. So I shouldn't have said that because you gotta do your list now, Carl. So
I didn't know.
I shouldn't have said that. I realized that after I said it twice.
I was like, yeah. But see, you have like a lot more like ways to connect with it, especially since it was 2010 when he had his going away to college thing. Because
Hmm.
like I was down with Toy Story, but I wasn't like down. Like it was cool to me. But I'll go over my list now.
Let's do it.
Obviously, there's gonna be a lot of overlap in here, just different placements. At number 10 for me, it was Rat Patootie, dude.
Yee, made the list though.
He made the list because I was like, that movie was actually dope, and like the part that I hella enjoyed was when that like food tester dude
Hmm.
when he ate the rat patootie and then he like had that flashback
Oh
thing.
yeah,
I was
huh?
like, dude, that was dope. Like that was just like a cool ass scene, and I was like, that has to make the list just because of that scene, you
Hmm.
know,
Hmm.
and just the whole like food aspect. It was just funny, and it was cool to see them like try to go against him, like selling out the business to like make all these frozen goods,
Oh
and it
yep.
was kind of like axe that shit down. So there's like a decent message in it too,
Hmm.
which was pretty dope. My number 9, and it's because of the sequel. They took too damn long for that sequel to come out for me to be so hyped and then yet so let down by it. It's them Incredibles.
Hey,
Like I get down with the Incredibles, but you make me wait that long, I ain't down with that kind of stuff.
I respect
So
it.
incredible. Number 8, Toy Stories.
Oh snap! Oh snap! That dramatic pause too. I was like, no. I had my butt cheeks clenched and everything. I didn't want it to happen. I did say it ain't so. Tell me
Like, don't get me
why. You
wrong, bro.
you gotta
Toy
tell me.
Story, Toy Story 1 was clean, right?
Hmm.
That's just classic. Everyone has to love it. That dog in Toy Story 1 still kind of haunts my soul. If I see dogs out there on the streets like that, spooks me out. Waiting for that little spider head, baby head thing to pop out at me. You know, like Toy Story 1 was cool. The reason it's so low, bro, I can't remember anything about Toy Story 2.
Oh.
Like I honestly just remember like maybe Jessie,
Okay.
the
Yeah.
cowgirl, like came in. But then other than that, I was like, I don't remember squat about Toy Story 2. So it was that sequel that kind of had to make me drop it. Toy Story 3 though was like solid.
Hmm.
It was just solid because it hit you in the feels.
Yep. Yep.
And then this would probably have been moved up had I seen Toy Story 4. But as of now, haven't seen it. Toy Story is solid 8th place for me.
I feel it. I have not seen Toy Story 4 yet, but from what I've heard,
It could either bump us up
hmm
or I might have to axe Toy Story.
so yeah, if Toy Story 4 is bad, I would have to drop it. I'd have to find a new placement for it. But I'm going off of past. I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Also, Toy Story is low because I have some other movies that are up in here that you haven't seen. Like number 7, well, you're starting to see it, is Up.
Hmm.
Got to go with Up because I was just like connected with Carl. That's his name. That's my name. My boy went out, started swinging with little his little cane with the tennis balls, busted some dude open, and made him bleed. Like if you can bust someone with a tennis ball and they start bleeding, you a savage in my book. So like, man, that gets you to number 7.
Okay, I feel it.
And then it actually does get like pretty. It gets good. Like I think it gets really good towards the end. So uh, I don't want to say anything else since you're in the middle of watching it.
Appreciate you.
My number 6, Bugs Life.
Mm.
Just a solid ass movie, and it's funny as hell. Like it actually is funny. I was like rewatching it the other day, and it's funny, bro. Like that fat caterpillar, that dude goes ham, bro. Like classic scene when that boy sprouts his wings and they're just like some mini ass butterfly wings on his fat ass body. That shit's so funny. He's like, so I got Bugs Life there. Number 5, I got the Monsters Inc. series.
Okay, okay.
It's just like solid, just a solid series. And if you didn't connect with Monsters Inc., just like the regular one, which was good, especially that part when he puts the damn Thor piece in to go see Boo, Monsters University hits you in the heart too. Like that shit has some good stuff in it too. So both of them were dope, and it was cool because they showed how from Monsters University how they went into Monsters Inc. and they like started from the bottom as just like janitors, and then became like the scaring duo or whatever the hell, you know?
Yep.
Here we go. Number 4, you haven't seen it yet, but Inside Out, bro. Now, people might think it's a little weird that I'm putting Inside Out here because it's a movie based in a little girl's head being controlled by all these little cartoon girls, but I ain't sexist. I'll watch whatever the hell I want to watch. You know what I'm saying? and Inside Out made it to number 4 because if a movie pushes me to some sort of emotion, like tears, you gotta get a high placing, bro.
Is that real?
Inside Out, I don't know if it was like, I'm serious, bro. Inside Out was, I don't know if I was in some strange place at that time, or I think I had just left my cousins after like hanging out with them for 2 weeks, so I was like kind of hurt. Like that shit hit me, bro, and I was like, and it's pretty funny. So
okay.
Inside Out, that's that number 4. Number 3, and it's because it just has like the most beautiful views, and I love the ocean, and I love fish. Finding Nemo / Finding Dory, just dope ass movies. Finding Dory, Baby Dory, might be one of the most adorable things I've ever seen.
Straight up,
like no memory, big ass eyeballs on her little ass body, just like dope. Like that shit was dope. And then when they hit like the flashbacks of her like following the pebbles, dude, oh my god, that hit me in the feels hard, bro. So Finding Nemo, Finding Dory, number 3. Number 2, and again, you haven't seen this one, but this one, I know this one's a heart slapper. It crushed me, and I've seen it like 3 times, and on the 3rd time, I was still getting like some little waterworks going. Coco. And I don't want to spoil too much about it, but it's about like Dia de los Muertos.
Dia de los Muertos.
The Day of the Dead.
Yeah.
You know? And it's about like being on ofrendas, and like I learned all this stuff, and like it's all this like Mama Coco, don't forget Papa Hector, and it was like, bro, it might sound like I'm guessing it, but that shit goes ham, bro. Like, we just went to Colorado. I went with a bunch of my friends, and we're all like 26-year-old dudes, and we watched that, and that's all we talked about for like 3 days after. I was just kayaking on like Wednesday. And that's all we kept referencing was freaking Coco out on them waters. So it's just like, that's a solid ass movie.
All right, I gotta get into that.
Are you ready? Are you ready for the number 1? This is where we're super opposite.
Okay, bro.
Because you call my boy a trash compactor, bro.
Oh no, no, oh no, oh no. I'm sorry.
My boy's not a trash compactor, bro. He has a heart. Come on.
Tell me what he was doing then. He was making trash. What was he doing?
Come on, he's just out here trying his best to clean up the universe that we effed up.
Okay, so he was cleaning up the. I get that.
And then hold up, dude. His little like computer chip or whatever busted, aka all of his memories, all of his stolen shit, busted. Eva goes, finds another one, puts it in there. What happens? She touches her damn forehead to his eyeballs, aka kissing or whatever the hell, and dude gets his memory back. So robots have hearts. And Wall-E, bruh, shout out to my boy for boxing up all the garbage in the world. Shout out to all of Wall-E's great parents, because they're like 70 times as big as Wall-E, making bigger squares out of Wall-E squares. So I just get down with Wally, bro.
I
I just get
respect it.
down with it.
All I want
And
to say, I just want
but
to say one thing. Did he not make
yeah,
trash
go ahead.
smaller? Did he not make trash smaller?
Hey,
No, no,
he
no,
was
no, no.
just working his 9 to 5.
A simple
My boy
yes,
was just working his nine
a
to five.
simple
He did
yes
what
or
he had to
no.
do.
A simple
Yo,
yes or no will
yo,
suffice.
he did what he had to do, my
No,
guy.
just tell me. A simple yes or no will suffice. Did he not make trash
My boy
smaller?
my dude made it so we could come back to Earth. He found a plant in a boot, my dude. Don't go coming at Wally's head like that. Also, I like Wally because it's a pretty solid representation of what I would imagine the Earth is going to be like. Like, no lie, it would not surprise me if everyone was cruising around in some sort of hover chair with the screen strapped in front of their face. Because we already got the screen strapped in front of our face. So it's crazy.
You know, you're probably right. You're probably
Call
right
my
on that.
boy a trash compactor. That is wrong. My boy Wally.
Ollie. Okay.
Yeah, we came out Wally.
Okay. So that was the.
Oh wait. Before we go Disney again, I'm trying to figure out what you think. What you think was trash tier for Pixar, dude?
All right, let me check it out. Let me see.
Pixar was a little bit harder because like most of those films were solid.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like they were pretty good. And just so everybody knows, Cars was my number 11. But the reason it didn't make it was because I think the only reason I really liked that movie was because of that damn song.
Mm-hmm.
So it had to get cut, bro.
No, I respect that. I respect it. If I truthfully, because if I'm watching Up and I'm gonna watch Coco and I'm gonna watch Inside Out, some of these my list may change. So if I'm gonna say the most trash movie, because I'm looking at it, everything seems pretty solid. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I have one. I have one that I was like, I guess it wasn't trash. It was just like the one that I didn't really care about.
Brave.
For me, it's yeah, Brave. No, it's Brave, bro. Like I watched it and then I just stopped caring about. I was like, yeah, that was cool, I guess.
I'm gonna have to agree with you because I was watching half of it yesterday and I stopped like halfway through the movie because there was nothing there for me. Like it just didn't do anything.
It's just like, yeah, I just couldn't get down with Brave.
I didn't,
like,
because I didn't see any real conflict. To me, it just felt like.
Just like.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, yeah, she basically like just didn't like her mom or some shit.
Yeah, it was just like the simple, like, oh yeah, you don't understand me, okay, and then it leads to whatever. But I'll get there eventually. But I didn't see it as that big of a movie, and it was super hyped up, so I didn't really care for it too much. I do. What was it? There was a number. I just wanted to say what it did. In closing with Pixar, they have I think 21 feature films. And I think they grossed a lot of cash. Like a lot of cash.
I bet Pixar is huge, dude.
Yeah, because like I think wow, Incredibles alone grossed like a lot of cash. They got a lot of cash going on. Each one of their movies, the lowest movie brought in like 300 mil. And that was Cars 3. So in The Good Dinosaur, I
didn't even know there was a freaking Cars 3.
Yeah,
That's
Cars
crazy.
3 brought in like 383. So, and yeah, so they're getting cash. Okay, so moving on to the last one, which is the.
I'm thinking on this last one, maybe we like give our number 10s at the same time, and then our number. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
like,
no, I like that. Like flip flop. Flip flop.
Like, yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's good for Disney because my bottom of my list, the bottom few, is going. It's not. I don't think that's going to be. I'm not.
No, so Disney was definitely like hard. Like that was. I had to make some hard cuts on Disney.
Oh,
and
yeah.
like I started just going through the list again. looking for my trash tier one, and I felt bad because of like some of the movies I cut out, and so you really had to like bear down on Disney and like really have to have the ones that hit you.
Because
So
I'm
there
gonna
were
tell you
some
the truth.
cuts.
At this point, I'm still not even like the completely satisfied with my list because I feel like I'm missing something, or I feel like
Oh, for
something.
sure. Like
Yeah,
when I was scrolling through it, I saw one movie that I didn't put in, and I was like, damn, that movie was dope.
yeah.
Like, damn, you know.
All right, let's just get into it.
Uh,
No need for backstory. Y'all know what it
yeah.
is. Y'all know what Disney is. Disney's the that when you think of a childhood movie, you think of a Disney movie. Let's be real. Um, so let's get to it. I started off my number 10 Disney movie. Oh snap! I lost my list. It is a Goofy movie. That is my number
See,
10.
I didn't know if Goofy Movie counted,
It
bro.
counted,
Oh,
bro.
fuck.
I put it on there.
Goofy Movie was clean.
It was the clean. It was the first experience I had with college. That's what I found. That's what I first saw what college was like. Was on a Goofy movie, and then you had the homie Goofy go to school with his son. Come on, man.
Goofy, he said, huh? When Max started turning into Goofy, bro.
Yo, it was such a
That
good
movie
movie.
was sick.
It was so good. It was so good. Such a good movie. So that is my number 10. What did you have at 10?
Yeah. For me, Beauty and the Beast, bro.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's because that damn Mrs. Teapot
Mm-hmm.
and Little Cup just goes ham, and then Beauty and the Beast, just a solid story, bro.
Solid. I like it.
Especially because you know, girl falls in love with the Wolfman beast thing, and like that's borderline bestiality, and they're down with it. So I'm down with it, you know? Like, okay, I'm not down with bestiality, but like they was ahead of their time with all this stuff going on nowadays. So Beauty and the Beast, bro. And they got slappers like Tell is what is
Something crime. Bestiality's crime.
Beauty and the Beast.
I'm with you. I was like it. I like the flower in the glass thing, man. I'm with it. I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that.
Yeah, Beauty and the Beast was cool. And you know what also kind of led me to putting it into it was, I know we're talking about animated films, but they did the live action one with Hermione as the beauty, and it's like, you can't be mad at that, bro.
Yeah.
Like, come on, dude, it's Hermione.
That is a big factor in my list. That's a big point. So at 9 for me, I got my boy. This is my homie right here. We're talking about Area 51 right now. This dude is straight out of Area 51. Number 9. Ohana means family. Ohana means family. Lilo and Stitch. Lilo and Stitch. I got it at number 9, baby. Let's go to Area 51 and bust my guy Stitch out. I love this movie. I freaking loved it when it first came out. I freaking love this movie.
Shit.
This movie was amazing. Everybody goes, are they making a big deal about Moana? Nah, fam. You want to talk about the Pacific Islander movie, the best one?
I know they already had that locked up, bro.
It was Lilo and Stitch, man. I don't understand. Like, Lilo had no friends. She gets one from outer space, and they just start rocking out, man. They just have good storyline.
I'm so shook right now.
Actions on point. Even the TV show was decent. Like, that's
what I was thinking. I was like, bro, I was down with that.
You
when
know,
they started getting all the other
brothers.
The other aliens.
Yeah,
that shit was crazy.
It was so good, and I was like, this was such a good movie. You know what I mean? So I just felt like, I don't know. This is my number 9. You really can't beat it. To tell you the truth, you know, I'm looking at my list. I could put this one could make it up there. It could get into the top 5 of my list. Lilo and Stitch could get in the top 5. But I'm leaving it at 9 for now.
I'm so hurt. I'm so hurt. Lilo and Stitch isn't on my list, and it's hurting my soul.
I'm telling you,
I'm so down with that.
I told you my bottom two was going to shock you.
Oh,
I told you, man.
you said, "Oh, how to be family." That's crazy, bro. I just feel like I want to throw him in at number 9 for me too now.
I had to hit
That's
you.
crazy. I
You
love Lilo and Stitch, bro.
you was busting out the ofrenda on me, so I had to hit you too.
I know, bro. That's funny.
You was coming at me with that ofrenda hot. I had to let you know. I know some. I was like, I know some stuff too, my guy.
All right, all right. So now I kind of wish I put Lilo and Stitch in mine, but obviously that was one of those heartbreaking cuts I had to make, just because there's all these other like dope ass movies
Mm-hmm.
from Disney. My number 9. I don't know if a lot of people know about it, but it's the movie Fantasia.
Ooh,
You seen that?
yeah.
Where it's literally all it is. It's like I think it classifies as animated, though it starts out with like a live orchestra and this dude directing it,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just a whole bunch of short films.
Yep.
And I don't know, I've always watched that from when I was a kid on like VHS and stuff, and I loved it. And it's
Mm-hmm.
because I love music so much. So it was Fantasia. Got to be my number 9. Solid ass music. There's like ones where it's like a lightning god, which I assume was like Zeus throwing stuff. There's
Mm-hmm.
one where it's like this walrus and it starts eating all these baby clams and shit. Like Fantasia, bro.
No,
That's my number 9.
I do remember that one. That's the one, and then it has like, isn't Mickey Mouse like a wizard in that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
There's one where Mickey Mouse is a wizard and starts doing spells for the broom to start cleaning and stuff.
Yeah, I do remember that one. That
Yeah,
one is
Fantasia
that's
was
like a
pretty dope.
classic Disney movie.
Yeah, that's like an older one.
Yeah, no, I rock with that one. Let's see, so we're on number 7, 8,
8.
8.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, 8. So number 8 on my list, and this is just so hard. I got Lady and the Tramp.
Oh, dude, I want it. Oh gosh.
Lady and the Tramp was big. I love that movie with like, cause I thought Tramp was so dope. I just felt like, I don't know. I always thought those street characters that were like outside and everything. He was just a street dog, just moving around. In this movie, dogs, they couldn't speak to humans, but he had a spaghetti connect. Like he had his boy, he would pull up and he would have spaghetti. And then the spaghetti connect would be like, "Oh, you got a girl with you? Let me throw him 2 meatballs in there. Let me get you good." Tramp got taken care of. And then, like there was a scare, like in Lady and the Tramp at the end, there was a rat that was trying to get to the baby, I think. And then that rat was so scary looking. That's one of the scariest animated rats I've ever seen in my life. That haunted me as a kid. But no, you can't forget the little Siamese cats. They even came with some music.
Oh, I know.
They was like,
clean,
"We
bruh.
are Siamese,
We are
if you please.
Siamese, if you please.
We are Siamese, if you don't please." Those fools were crazy. And then they was plotting. They almost got lady kicked out the house. It was a good movie, and it taught us at a young age that love can exist no matter how broke you are. So it was just a good message, man. It was a good message. I liked it.
And it has one of the most classic scenes with the 2 dogs and the spaghetti, like you were already talking about. Like that's one of the most classic scenes in like the history. I feel like everybody knows about that. You see that picture? It's like, oh, Lady and the Tramp.
Lady and the Tramp. It's like people try to recreate that in movies and stuff, but you can't do it. You can't do it.
Yeah. All right. I feel like you're gonna be a little hurt by my number 8, my guy.
Oh man.
It's your boy.
Mm-mm.
Demigod himself.
Oh no! Not the boy Hercules. No!
Number 8. Hercules.
Oh, the boy.
Okay, so in all reality, I feel like my 1 through 8 could be kind of like scrambled in any order, but I don't know. Like I love Hercules. Don't get me wrong, dope ass movie, but I don't know, like off the top of my head right now, I can't even think of one of the songs from Hercules. And I feel
Mm.
like if I can't think of a song, then I can't really put it like higher than movies that I do remember stuff from. So it's got to be Hercules for me. Cool ass movie though. Down with Hercules demigod status.
You know, like the what you present. I'm not mad at it because I can't. I remember the three, like those three black ladies on the like
Oh yeah,
they were like
yeah,
they were like on like the bass. I remember them singing, but I
yeah.
can't
That's right.
remember a song that they sung. But I just remember, like, you know, he had that girl and she like stabbed him in the back, and then
Oh
like
yeah.
he went to Hades to save her, even though she stabbed him in the back. I get what you. I got you, man. I got
It
you.
was no like I love the movie. It's just like just because I couldn't think of some of the stuff I was like, and I couldn't remember that girl's name. I feel like it might be Meg though.
I can't
I
remember
don't know.
either. And I'm not mad at you because these movies, like I said earlier, we're not dissing these movies. It's just
No,
it's
for
hard.
sure.
It's hard to get it on top. It's hard to
Just like how you said, Lady and the Tramp. Love the movie Lady and the Tramp.
hmm
Didn't make my top 10
We're
though,
just splitting hairs.
unfortunately.
We're just
And it's
splitting
like,
hairs.
yeah.
Okay. So my next one. This is a good movie, but you know, one of the main reasons he got on there because my boy Phil Collins came through and blessed the soundtrack with that little "You'll Be in My Heart." So I had
You'll
to
be
be
in
in my
my
heart.
heart.
You'll be in my heart. He came through and blessed the soundtrack. It's an age-old story of a boy. You know, you hear these stories about a boy getting raised by wolves, or you got George's a Jungle. You got the Jungle Book. You got all these stories about people being raised by animals. But this is my boy Tarzan, got raised by gorillas. And then he came through and pulled a girl without even knowing how to speak a language. I'm not saying he didn't know how to
I
speak
know that's
English.
crazy, bro.
He didn't know how to speak language, human language. It's not like he spoke like Russian and she spoke Portuguese and they learned how to work together. He didn't speak a language. And if you know about language
He spoke
acquisition,
gorilla,
he
bro.
spoke gorilla. He didn't even speak sign language. But if you know about language acquisition, like there's a critical period for language acquisition, and that's when you're like a young. It's like when you're young, and the older you get, the that close the smaller that window is for you to learn language. So him
Yeah.
being like a damn near an adult, it should be literally impossible for him to learn any language, but he does. He learns enough, and he pulls her. And so I gotta respect my boy Tarzan. He saved the forest. You know, he's that great white hope out in the jungle. You know, that's not normal. And my boy Phil Collins came through and blessed the track. I can't be mad at it. So I got him where he's at.
When you were watching Tarzan, did you know that Turk was a chick?
That shocked my world, bro.
Same, bro.
I thought he was a dude up until this. They had a cartoon as well. They had a cartoon, and I think they mentioned that in the cartoon that he was a girl. And I even say that he was a girl because in my mind, I thought he was a dude.
It's crazy. This full Turk looking like a silverback gorilla ends up being well.
He is a
being a
super
chick.
gorilla.
He's a silverback gorilla, bro. Like ain't none of the other female gorillas looking like Turks built like them Kerchak, bro.
You're right.
But it makes sense because it was voiced by Rosie O'Donnell, so
You're right.
you know.
You're right. Speaking of silverback gorillas, you're right. You're right. Who's your who's your 7?
All right, so my number 7 is where I kind of start throwing in some of the newer stuff because like I get down with some of the newer stuff, and it's actually is Wreck-It Ralph, bro.
Ooh, I didn't know if that was a part of this. I didn't know it was Disney.
See, these are these are the ones I like. When I looked up Disney movies, Wreck-It Ralph was in it, so I was like I gotta slap Wreck-It Ralph up in there. But again, I don't know like if that might have been one of the Disney Pixar like combos. But I just threw it with my Disney's and yeah, Wreck-It Ralph, bro. That's just a hitter, bro. And it like I like video games, so it connects with me on the video game level, and it's just I think it's sick when they would like go through the like the cords, the
Mm-hmm.
power cord that's connecting to the video game, and then they go into like some hub where
Mm-hmm.
you could hang out with all the other video game
Yep.
characters.
Yep.
That was just a cool ass aspect.
Yep.
Good ass movie. John C. Riley's just funny as fuck. Like his voice, like cool ass. And then I was on a flight recently, and I watched Wreck-It Ralph 2, or
Mm-hmm.
it's like Wreck-It Ralph Breaks the Internet.
Yep.
Solid ass movie.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
that one hit me in the feels too, and I was like, Wreck-It Ralph franchise, bro. Like gotta put it up in there. And yeah, I'm gonna classify it as Disney.
You know,
So
I think it is Disney because if you remember Wreck-It Ralph 2, where I forgot her name, but she goes into the area. She goes in, I forgot what area. Well, some internet. She goes like a
with
Disney.
all the princesses,
Yeah,
bro.
she goes like to Disney.com and has all the princesses, every single one of them. So I think it is.
Bro. This is why Brave's on my trash tier too, because they all gassed her, bro. Said, nah, she's with a different studio.
Oh, rip. Rip.
They trashed Brave, bro. Wreck-It Ralph, bro.
You're right. You're right. So dang, I think Wreck-It Ralph would make the list. I just don't make my list. I just don't know who I would take off. Because
it's tough, bro. It's tough.
Okay, but I really like that Wreck-It Ralph entry. I like that one. So after that, after Tarzan, I'm going, and this one might be one that might drop off now that I think about it, even though it's pretty decently high. I'm going Little Mermaid.
Ooh.
I mean, Little Mermaid was clutch for me.
Hashtag she's not my Ariel.
Hashtag she's not my Ariel. Hashtag she's not my Ariel. I just like the story. This was one of the ones I was really invested in, just because like I was like, she can't talk. I was like, bro, it's like the same thing with Tarzan. Like, how you gonna pull somebody? See, at least Tarzan could grunt. Tarzan pulled somebody by grunts. She couldn't even grunt. Granted, she was like supposed to be like a beautiful mermaid princess, but still, she couldn't even grunt, and she pulled a dude, and a rich dude. So I was just like invested, and then like they had the whole storyline of like she had to choose if she could either have her legs or her voice, and it was like, dang, that's tough. And then like her dad hated people from the land, and her dad was like, I will call. He was like, yeah, he just felt, he was like, you know what, screw it, you can marry her, and they were cool in the end. I just like, it was a cool movie, and then you got classic song Under the Sea, my boy Sebastian.
Yeah, bro.
Sebastian put in work on that soundtrack. Under the Sea. I didn't know they had Jamaicans under the sea, but Sebastian was it. Sebastian was it. So, I'm rock. My boy Flounder.
Sebastian was on that green, bro.
He was under the sea.
He was on that seaweed.
That seaweed.
The seaweed is always
weeder under the sea. Always weeder under the sea. I'm rocking with it. And my boy, the yellow blue fish, he was the original fish. Flounder, Flounder got to get respect. Oh, yeah. He started all this this fish stuff, you know what I'm saying? We got to have a Finding Flounder to get his. We got to have a documentary called Finding Flounder so he can get his respect out here in these streets, these watery streets. So I got Little Mermaid. I think that's 6, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was down with the song Under the Sea, but I think it's because when I was in like 6th grade choir or 5th grade choir, we had to sing that song. So it's like I just know all the words. Yeah, it's crazy. My number 6, Jungle Book.
Ooh.
I threw a Jungle Book in there, and it's because my boy Mowgli, he just like, he went in, bruh.
Mm-hmm.
The classic story, like Robert was saying, raised by some animals. Best friend, Bagheera. Best friend, aka Dad, was Bagheera. Savage, bruh. Like, anytime I see a black cat, I just want to call it Bagheera.
Mm-hmm.
Also, like, when I was a kid, I did a lot of running around my house outside, no shoes on. Sometimes my dad would call me Mowgli. So it's just, I think I connected with that. Like, Mowgli, Jungle Book, dope. Man. Squatted up with the bear. Rode the bear. Got some honey. Mm-hmm. Squatted up with the panther. uh, people all hyped on Caesar from Planet of the Apes. Mowgli freaking stood up against King Louis or whatever the hell
Oh, you're
of
right.
the monkeys, the Monkey King.
You're
So
right.
let's go Mowgli versus Caesar. Who wins? You know what I'm saying?
I'm about to go with Mowgli, bro. I might have to go with Mowgli.
Mowgli's a fiend, and my dude was raised by a panther and a bear, and he still pulled a bird at the end, bro.
He
Pretty sure
did.
at the end of Jungle Book, he pulled a bird,
He
bro.
did.
So, like, respect, bro. Respect to all these goons being raised by animals, pulling birds, dude.
I'm saying though, like you gotta respect these. You gotta give respect when it's due, and they out here pulling. We ain't talking about just getting. We talking about pulling. All right.
Yeah, this dude was like 12 years old and he was pulling.
He
Bro.
was
It's
pulling
crazy.
at 12. That's crazy.
He was pulling at 12, like whooping on tigers and shit.
That's
like,
what I'm
come on,
saying.
let's go, dude.
Shere Khan
And you
out
know
there.
what? Like, yeah, Shere Khan ain't got shit on him, dude.
Ain't got
It's
shit.
crazy.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Damn, Disney's so hard, bro.
Disney's really hard.
It's so hard. Cause I'm like, man, I love me some Jungle Book. I'm hearing that right now. And I'm like, dang, man. I'm looking at my list like, where Jungle Book at? Like, who made this list?
That's how I felt when you said Lady in the Tramp. When you hit me with the Ohana me family, that shit fucked me. I said, where's my family? I hear my list.
Oh shit. Okay.
Disney hard, man.
It's too hard. It's too hard. So next, the next one I got. I don't even know what number I'm on, but I'm just going off the ones I go last. I guess this is 5.
Yeah, we on 5.
Number 5. Shout out to the boy, R.I.P. Robin Williams. Going with Aladdin at number 5. Going with Aladdin at number 5. I mean, just the ultimate. You know, we talk about Slumdog Millionaire, and I'm not saying that because. Anyway.
You lying.
I'm talking about the rags to riches storyline, man.
You said Slumdog Millionaire.
I should have said it's Pursuit of Happiness or something else. That's my bad, y'all. But anyway, talking about the street rat coming in, winning at the end, winning the big game. Oh, dang. I keep on referencing that movie. Yeah. Anyway, let's talk about, this is the rags to riches storyline. And he's just, he's that street rat, he finds that genie. He releases the genie him and the genie become friends. Jafar was crazy. Jasmine was dope. She basically had Shere Khan as her pet.
Yeah, she tamed Shere Khan.
She tamed Shere Khan, bro. Like, come on now. Gotta give respect to Jasmine.
Bro, what if Jasmine was the grown-up version of the girl that Mowgli pulled when he was 12, bro?
That's sad, because, Mowgli died.
Bro, Mowgli probably did die. My dude grew up with animals. He probably had all types of diseases.
He died. And then, dang. But, like, I'm pretty sure, no. Aladdin's
like Middle Eastern.
Aladdin
was dope.
It was a good.
The genie.
It was good. That was a good movie. And I like the live action. I don't think they did a bad job on the live action. I don't know if you've seen it yet, but
I haven't seen it yet.
They didn't do a bad job. I thought I was gonna go in there hating it, but they did a good job. I enjoyed it. The person that plays Jasmine, great voice, and she's a dime. Good movie altogether.
Yeah, if it has like a positive live action, that like adds value to the cartoon.
And Will Smith did good too. Will Smith did a good job. It was a good movie. So.
All right, my number 5. You've already mentioned it. The boy Philly Collie put in the tracks. Tarzan.
Let's go.
There's just too much solid stuff in Tarzan with the music, dude. And his vine surfing, ridiculous. When he starts walking like a gorilla as like a grown ass man, like that shit just gets me going. Like Tarzan put in the work, with his homies Tantar and what was her name again? What was Rosie O'Donnell's again? I already
Turk,
forgot.
Turk, 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 Turk,
Turk,
Turk.
yeah, with Turkina and Tantar, bro. Like
Tantar
just a
was the elephant,
squad,
right?
bro. Yeah, Tantar was the elephant. My dude, in when he was a kid, was standing up in this pool that Tarzan dove into that was like 30 feet deep. No idea how that was possible, but still respect it. Tarzan was dope. Live action was not as dope because it had Brendan Fraser as Tarzan. That dude's whack. There's been like four other live action Tarzans. Haven't seen them. Um, cool ass movie. Also, little hidden tidbit most people don't realize. There's one section near the end of Tarzan. He has Jane in both of his arms. Have you heard about this? He has Jane in both of his arms,
Mm-hmm.
and the only logical way that he's holding on to it and supporting all the weight is he has like part of the vine in his foot, and the other parts he's holding it in his ass cheeks.
What? I haven't heard of this. I have not heard of
I
this.
swear, bro, look it up. It's so random. It's like logically at some point he had to like have the vine in between his butt cheeks, and then they'll like draw a picture of it, and it's just like his butt's clenched on a vine, and then like he's holding Jane.
Oh, bro, I see it.
So
I
funny.
see it. Wow, bro, them cheeks is strong. I can see it. That's
I
crazy.
respect my man. You gotta respect the man's Tarzan for that.
Yo, my dude doing so many hip thrusters and butt clappers. Dang, that's
Guaranteed,
crazy.
if my dude Tarzan got locked up, ain't no one coming in. Bro.
Nobody's
He got
breaking in.
strength, bro.
That's
He got
nobody
strength.
coming in. Them cheeks are closed for business.
Tarzan, bro.
Dang, that is crazy. I like it. I like it. Okay. That's crazy. I'm still looking at this picture. I didn't even know.
It's hella funny. Number 4, bro. Let's do it.
Okay, number
We get
4.
into the big dogs.
Number 4 on my list. I actually went Beauty and the Beast. And I know you had that lower, you had that lower in yours, but like I don't know. I always rock with that Beauty and the Beast, and like you said, when it has a good sequel or a good live action, you know, Emma Watson came in through strong, looking all types of good in that movie. The Beast was like
Oh,
looking
hell yeah,
beastly, you know. So I was like, dang, that's good. I was like, it's good, and I don't know. I really like the Beauty and the Beast. I thought it was dope. It had some good music, the good musicals, like the beginning one. They had the Gaston song. It was a good one. It was a good one. It was a good one. So I mean, you already
Yeah,
spoke about it.
Beauty and
So
the Beast is good.
no, there's nothing else for you to talk about. You already spoke about it, so we can go to your 4.
Yeah, my number 4. I don't know why, but I've always loved this movie. I haven't seen it in years, but I had to still put it like in my top ones. Fox and the Hound, bro.
Ooh.
Fox and the Hound.
Ooh.
That was a hitter, bro. I don't know why. Loved it. Pretty sure that Fox's name was Todd, but I haven't seen it in that long that I can't really remember. It was just cool because like love animals. You got a dog, you have a fox, they become friends, and then they like grow up, and it's just cool, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And the main reason why I think I have it so high is because when I watched that movie, I wanted so bad to have a beagle or something that looked like a hound dog solely because of that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Just like made those dogs look so cool.
Yeah.
And one of the most memorable moments I have from that movie is when I can't remember what the dog's name is. But like he's just like a little puppy, and he starts doing his little baby howl. One of like the sweetest things that he's like, "Ow, ow, ow," like that kind of shit, but
Yeah.
just like actually sounding cute. Like that shit hit me hard. I was like, this movie's lit, bro. I get down with Fox and the Hound. So that's my number 4. Fox and the Hound, dude. Don't even really remember most of the plot. Like I think they grow up and start like butting heads have to go against each other type of thing. But I just remember loving that movie, so I had to put it up there in my top fives.
I respect that. I just completely forgot about that one. That's crazy. That is such a good movie. That is such a good movie. Um,
Yeah, I haven't seen it in a minute though.
yeah, I can't remember the plot. I think they do go against each other.
I know. I think they go against each other, but I was just like, I mainly just remember and loved it for when they were like little pups.
Yeah.
You know, that was dope.
Yeah, no, I got you. I'm with you. So moving on to number three. Number
These
three.
are the big headers, bro.
Number three. I got the demigod.
Yeah, of course.
My boy Hercules. He drunk the milk. He just didn't get one drop. One drop. If he would have got one more drop of milk from that bottle, he would have been a full-fledged god. But it's all about this.
So was he like 98% god?
Yeah, something like that. But I think you can only get godly powers if you're like 100% or something. It's weird. But you talk about a rags to riches story. My dude went mortal to immortal and then threw it away for the love of his life.
He's a legend for that.
He's
bro.
a legend. I would terribly advise against that. but he threw away all of his supreme powers for the love. And the battle between them and the Titans at the end, like when the Titans broke from Hades,
sick,
that was crazy. They had him versus the it was like versus the I forgot what that monster is called that keeps on growing heads.
With the heads that
yeah,
I think it might be a Hydra.
The Hydra.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was him versus the Hydra.
I think it's a Hydra.
They had the little freaking goat thing running around there being his coach.
Oh yeah, that little goober.
That
man.
goober goat. And that fool, then Hercules. Yeah. And then freaking Hercules, he started becoming like a freaking legend. He started getting his own soft drinks and shoes and stuff in commercials.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, Hero Zero, something something, Hero Zero. I was like, yeah.
Oh, there it is.
That was like I was like, that's my guy. And I always remember just the music that they played when he got to like Olympia. It was like dun dun. I just remember I remember a few chords, but it was like some heavenly music every time that they played. And then you can't forget the homie Peg, bro. Pegasus was squad. Dude. He was squad. Peg, he was squad.
Savage,
that's what I'm saying. Even the villains.
I might have been sleeping on Hercules.
You sleeping, bro. Even the two villains were funny. The two villains, the little demons they had, those fools were super funny. Yeah, those were super funny. So I got him. I got Hercules.
That's crazy.
And when I talk about Hercules, I might want to move it up, but I'm pretty steadfast in the two that I got right now, number 1 and 2. So you go on, my guy. What do you got at 3?
Damn, your 1 and 2 might be very similar to my 1 and 3. I have my number 2 is like one that might surprise.
Wait, what about
my number 3?
Okay.
My number 3. The one, the only. Fa Mulan.
Ooh, you know what's crazy? My 3 was Mulan before I did this.
That's what I think our 1 and 1, like your number 1 and my number
3.
1 and your number 2 and 3 are gonna be the same, I'm assuming. But yeah, Mulan, dude.
Mm-hmm.
First off, connect with it because obviously it's like one of the only Asian ones out there, so I already had to go down that path, even though it's Chinese, not Japanese. Respect it though. And dude, Mulan just has like such a clutch like music, such clutch music in it.
Speak on it, man.
Literally the let's get down to business. And there's like they're thrusting their freaking poles and all that. Like, bro, like tell me you don't get freaking hyped up to go fight that grimy ass Hun who has an eagle on his shoulder. Like, I never wanted to beat someone up so hard. Also, I think Mulan's so high on my list because when it came out, I swear I had one of those swords of of the bad guy that like you know what I'm talking about. It's like the curvy ass blade.
Yeah.
Swear I had a little plastic toy of that, and I would like swing it around at people. So like Mulan, just classic, and it was ahead of its time, dude.
It was.
With the whole equal rights stuff, bro.
It
Ahead of
was.
its time.
It was.
It's a hitter.
Like, bro, I mean, that's
I'll let you go on your number two. I'm assuming it might be the same thing.
It
but
is. It is.
ahead,
So I'm just,
guy.
that's what I'm saying. You right. You pretty much hit all the points, man. It's mysterious as the dark side of the moon. That was like, yo, it was so good when that fool was like, her future husband was like, "You're the sorriest group I've ever knew." She was trying to send him home. She tried to send her home. She said, "You know what? Let me climb up this pole right here and get this arrow." She put in so much work.
She's like, shink, shink.
She put in so much. Y'all over there hyping up Captain Marvel. Nah. Fa Mulan is the embodiment of equal rights, female empowerment. Nah, I don't want to hear this Captain Marvel bull crap. It's Mulan, bro. Like Captain Marvel, when she was human, she couldn't even jump from rope to rope. You know what I mean? She freaking fell flat on her face. Mulan didn't fall. She had to climb up a pole with weights. With weights. She was weighted, man. Come on, man. And you had all the hijinks from her trying to keep her identity as a woman from being exposed. You had the homie Mushu. Yeah, Mushu coming in strong. The little cricket, the horse. It was classic. She took down the Mongolians with firecrackers, bro. She's the one. She's the one. And now
it was so hype, bro. Mulan was so hype.
Such a hype movie. The one problem that I have is that this live action, what I'm hearing, is not really what it's supposed to be. So this may cause Mulan to drop some. But as of right now, standalone, Mulan is my second favorite Disney movie of all time.
Yeah, for sure. It's great. And like just thinking about everything, even like with the villain side of it, I think like when they get hit by that fucking avalanche and then just like the gooniest guys pop out, like that is his like commando unit. They all just pop out, like half of them don't have shirts on. It was just like, bro, these are the elite of the elite. I was just like, this movie's crazy, bro.
Yeah, you're right. He had the scariest of the squad. He had the real members. That was crazy when they came back to life.
Like literally everything about Mulan was cool. Like they hit everything. Like with the dad, bruh. How he's injured and he's like all ready and suited up and he's all like swinging his sword and stuff. And he get his like knee gives out. I was just like, bro, feeling for it, I don't know. Have you seen The Last Samurai?
Yeah.
With Tom Cruise.
Yep.
Like that scene that the dad does where he's swinging stuff around reminds me so much of one of the scenes from Last Samurai where he's doing the same exact thing. I wouldn't be surprised if they like pulled it from Mulan. They're like, Mulan was a hitter. Let me hit this in Last Samurai.
Yeah, I respect it. They probably did because Hollywood always stealing from people.
Yeah.
No, I like it. I respect it. So what's your two?
My number two is gonna really. I think this one might rile up some feathers, but again, this is one of those ones that I didn't really know if it placed as a Pixar or a Disney Pixar, but this is one that like resonates with me. The only like animated film that got like, or one of the big animated films that like focused on a Japanese kid.
Oh,
that Big Hero 6.
Oh,
Big Hero 6, bruh.
BH6.
BH6, bruh.
BH6. Oh shit.
That's my number two, bro. Freaking Tadashi.
Tadashi cool. Yo, you right. I did honestly like I saw Big Hero, and I wasn't even thinking. I was like straight up. That might just be a Disney movie.
Yeah, I don't really know. Again, it was on the Wikipedia thing that I looked up. I looked up like Disney animated films. Big Hero 6 was on it. Wreck-It Ralph was on it, so I had to throw them in there.
Mm-hmm.
And Big Hero 6 it's just like a good ass story.
Mm-hmm.
It really was. It hit you in the feels. Dude loses his brother.
Yeah.
Like that's effed up. it's just good.
Yeah.
Like it's just a good movie.
When
Love
his
it. And Baymax is a savage.
when his brother died, I was shook. I wasn't expecting that to happen so
I
soon in
know,
the movie
dude.
because I thought his brother was dope.
My the one costume that I've agreed that I would ever dress up for Halloween, because Adria loves Halloween, is I'd be Tadashi, because all he does is wear like a baseball 3/4 sleeve and like a hat. I was like, yeah, I'll dress up as Tadashi from Big Hero 6. It's cool, and it's just a cool ass movie. Like gets into superhero stuff, and it's like it's cool. Big Hero 6,
Yeah,
big positive.
can't go. Yeah, you can't go wrong with that. Yeah, respect so hard.
Number one.
There's only one.
I think I don't want to be wrong here.
I don't want to be either, but I'm just gonna say there's only one. Nah, can only be one.
Yes.
This can only be one.
It had to be, bro.
It had to be. There's nothing else. There's nothing else, man. You talk about music, and you talk about wasn't it didn't the boy Philly Collins come through and bless the track as well?
He might have, bro. He might have.
I'm pretty sure he did. I'm pretty sure he came through and blessed the track.
Is it the Can
you feel the light tonight? Yeah, it was it.
Bro, that Lion King, greatest Disney movie by far. I won't even let the live action. I haven't seen it yet. I'm assuming it's actually gonna be good, but I'm not even gonna let the live action like bring that rating down. It's just like iconic, bro. Like Lion King is like, when I think of Disney movies, that's the first thing I think of is like, oh, dude, Lion King is by far the best. I've never doubted that for a second. I was just like, Lion King is the best. It's just good.
You can't go wrong. You cannot go wrong with Lion King. Like, that freaking movie is just good. It's just a good movie.
Like, I know, like, I guarantee whenever I have my first kid, you know for damn sure I'm gonna raise him up like Rafiki raised up Simba, dude. I'm gonna raise his ass up. You know what I'm saying?
He gonna be smacking the shit out.
I'm gonna raise his ass up, get some like red paste and paint it on his forehead. Like, bro, Lion King, you like, come on, bro. Like
get him up into the sun.
Classic.
That's gonna be up in the sun for no reason with red paint on his forehead from like a freaking cactus juice. I don't even know what vegetable or fruit was Rafiki even using. He was like, he would be making potions.
Know,
there was one time he made potions with leaves and stuff, and he drank it, and I was like, yo, is that food?
Dude, Rafiki's a savage, bro.
And then the homies with Timon and Pumbaa eating all them. The bugs look so good, bro.
I know, bro.
The bugs look so good.
It's just like, it's crazy, man. Like, The Lion King was just awesome, bro. Like, even like, they were even able to like have the villains. Like, I can never look at a hyena in like positive light.
Oh yeah, you
like,
can't.
When we're watching like those nature films, like Planet Earth or all that kind of stuff, when I see a hyena, I immediately just think they're evil because of the Lion King.
And they pretty much are.
I'm like, nah, you don't fucks with. Yeah, and it's like so true. It's like, you don't fucks with hyenas, bro.
You don't.
You know they bad.
You don't. And I'm gonna say this. This might not be the most shared opinion, but I love Lion King 2, Simba's Pride. I love the second movie. The second movie, I enjoyed it. It's not as good as the first one, but it wasn't so much of a drop off that it would hurt the franchise. Now, once you get into like 1.5 and all that other stuff, I don't know about that. I didn't see those. But Simba's Pride was good. They had good
This
music on there.
yeah, Lion King 1 carried so hard for me. Like I don't even care. I don't really remember Lion King 2 to be honest.
But
I might have to go back and give it a rewatch.
you might have to because they have this one song. It was called "He's Not One of Us." It was like Kovu. Like it was like supposed to be like it was he pretty much looked like Scar. And then he was like him, Kovu, and Simba's daughter, like they got really close, and they were like gonna be a couple. And then Kovu's parents, like they used Kovu and they used Kiara to trick Simba into coming into this area. And then he got attacked by this other group of lions. And then like Kovu got exiled.
Dude.
Bro, like it's like
oh, dude, I think I remember that.
Like it was. And then they had the huge lion fight at the end of
yeah.
So I was like, yo, that's crazy. And at the end, all of them like come together. They're like, why are we all fighting? We're lions. Like, well, this is dumb. And then so they just make one like super pride at the end. And I was like, yo, this is crazy. So like I gotta give respect to Lion King 2. People, so I've talked to people and some people don't like it, but I freaking love it. I thought it was good. So Lion King saying so we're both in
fire, bruh.
Yo, we did it. Oh, so we gotta do the most trash ass Disney movie.
I think we I didn't even really look into it. I just know we started talking smack on him. So I put the boy Hunchback as the trash.
Oh, that's the worst. That is the worst movie.
I trashed dude Hunchback so quick.
That movie's so trash. Yo, he doesn't even get the girl. Like, does he even get a girl?
I don't think so, bro.
And I'm not saying that's like
that damn bell. That's all he did.
And I'm not saying that's like the freaking the vision of success is getting the girl. And girls are not prizes. And not everybody has the inclination that we even want to marry girls. There's other orientations, but whatever. He doesn't even get the girl. My man loses. Nah, man, this dude is trash. Trash.
Yeah, my boy Quasi didn't put enough work. They even, I don't know what animated studio did it. They tried to come out with some movie Igor with some other Hunchback ass dude. Didn't watch it because I think I disliked Hunchback of Notre Dame so much. So any movie that has a hunchback other than 300, I don't really give much credit.
Yeah. This one set the tone for hunchbacks as being bad people. Not that they are in real life. Not that they're in real life. It's just this movie was trash. I didn't like it. The only thing that they did show us right is you don't trust the Catholic Church because they got some devious people up in there. That's the only thing they did right was watch out for that. Watch out for those Catholic churches, because you know they're not the most trustworthy people down there. They're just not. They're not.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing that it did show me. So shout out to you, trash ass Hunchback in Notre Dame. I think he ended the movie ringing the bells. Like that's all he did. He didn't even grow.
I think so, bro.
I can't remember the movie.
My boy could ring a bell.
That's all he did.
Ring bells.
I don't know what type of conclusion that we learned, because like. What's her name? I'm looking on Wikipedia right now. Esmeralda, she went with the hot guy. So it was like, no lessons was learned. Nobody like did anything. No true love, nothing. My boy, like you said, he just kept on ringing bells. Ring my bell, ring my bell.
We did it.
I'm reading right here. It says, afterwards, Quasimodo comes to accept that Phoebus and Esmeralda are in love, and he gives him his blessing. The two encourage him to lead the cathedral into the outside world where the citizens will hail him as a hero and accept him in society. He doesn't even get anything. Come on.
Yeah. The only thing I remember is his name is Quasi. And that's all I'll remember is the boy Quasi is a hunch.
That's what I'm saying. And he fought like he fought a priest, bro. Come on, man. Come on, my guy. You fought an old man. That was his villain, man.
I know. Come on.
You got Simba fighting. Simba out here fighting a lion. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Aladdin's fighting an all-powerful wizard. And my dude fought a priest. Wait, what were you saying? What were you saying before I interrupted
No,
you?
I was just saying we did it, man. We went through with those top 10s and the top 5.
Whew.
That was a lot. That was a lot, man.
I did not know that it was gonna be this much. We got an hour and 36 minutes.
The Disney one was a hitter, though.
It was. That's the thing, man. That is crazy. Let's just close it out because I want her to get this one saved.
Yeah, let's close it out.
You got any last words or anything to say, Carl?
All I want to say is I'm glad that I got to look back on all these movies. Now I feel like I want to go back and watch like Fox and the Hound, and I want to go back and watch like Little Mermaid and now Lion King 2 and like all of these movies I haven't seen in a minute. I just want to go back and watch them. Even like Ratatouille, you know. And maybe this will spark a new thing where we do like a 10-minute rundown of what the movie was, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like we could give our take on the movies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I like that.
We give the unqualified, uneducated rundown of like Tarzan in our words. You know what I'm saying?
I think we need
to start doing something like that. That might be cool. We might have to throw that out to the fans and see what you guys be thinking about that.
Okay, I like that. I really do. That sounds like something fun. I think I agree with Carl. This has been a trip down memory lane. Nothing but nostalgia for the last hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes. And this is one of the rare cases where we have been qualified to say some of the things we've said on this podcast, because this is really rare, because this is Disney movies and we know about Disney movies just as much as anybody else, and we probably haven't seen them, but we know Disney. But there might have been some things that we said that was a little unqualified. We were a little unqualified to say, and there might have been some little things that actually I know there were some things we said that we were pretty uneducated to say. But this is Unqualified and Educated. Thank you for tuning in. If you stuck with us throughout the whole entire episode, really appreciate that. Please smash that like button and subscribe and leave a comment and tell us what your top 10 Disney, Pixar, and top 5 DreamWorks movie art is, because that's it, right? Yeah, who cares? But tell us what those top 5s, top 10s are, and leave them in the comment sections, and you guys go back and read those movies. And as always, stay unqualified, live uneducated.